Hey, what's going on, guys? Tom here, of course, with another Halo commentary. I just got done watching Ninja's new videos where Halo went wrong and the Halo 5 wish list or something. Pretty good video. Uh, I was gonna make something yesterday, very similar to that, more of a wish list. But he kind of went into a few things, but there's a few things I wanted to go into that I would add in. I don't think he went exactly like very in depth, but I think that we've all done that at one point and said what we needed to of what we wanted in the game. But I think it's good to reinforce it now, even if I am like a sole YouTuber. You know, if Halo 5 comes out and I quit Xbox and I just never play it again, I'll think to myself, oh, I wish I could have maybe done a bit more, even if it didn't get recognized. At least I put it out there. So, okay, basically, point one, I want to go straight into, um, for me, was simplicity of the game. Now, this is something that Ninja said, and it is very important, so I'm going to reinforce it. Halo 1 was very simple with everything you could do, the three-shot pistol, which was solid to do, may I add, but if you pulled it off, fucking, you were the boss, weren't you? You could the nade points, you could rocket things. I remember watching Walshy in a 1v1 on I think it was called Wizard back in the day, which is Warlock on Halo 2. I think he would nade the power-ups to him or something like that, and it was like I was watching it the other day and I was just like, fuck, this looks intense, this is a whole like new kind of skill level. Like I would have never thought to take that much like care into, how I'd throw a nade to knock something down, or it just never occurred to me. And that was simple. Okay, and then I moved to Halo 2. Simple, fast, four-shot BR. Mistake of glitches, but it made the game. We all know that. I'm not going to go into that. Then Halo 3, pretty simple. They took out the glitches, and it was just like the most kind of. I'd say it was the most balanced. It's a hard point to say. It was a very balanced game, because but it was very slow, and this is going to be another point that I compare later on. But basically, all those games are quite simple. Okay. Then you move to Reach, and Bungie, for some reason, threw in jetpacks, threw in armor abilities, threw in a different kind of health system. What was it? Where you pick up health packs and stuff, right? Sprint, Bloom, uh, just ridiculous things, right? That weren't simple, and they probably thought that we're going to be adding so much variety for our players. We're going to be doing so much for them. They're going to have so many options now. But it actually made the game worse because, well, I'd say for competitive players, because when you add variety, you add the amount that you have to deal with in a game, and how much you have to think about, which you could argue is a skillful thing, but some of the things that they were adding were either overpowered, armor lock, or just plain annoying, jetpack. Like, you just fly above the map. Do you know what I mean? And even when they tried to add it in MLG, it was kind of skillful. When you've been given games like Halo 1, 2, and 3, it's really hard to change and really hard to say that something was better, because you got so hooked on these, core fundamentals where you don't have a jetpack, you don't have armor abilities. And then when they carry that on to the next game and not only mess up the ranking system again, do you get where I'm coming from? It wasn't simple. The layout of all the past Halo games, well, Halo 2 and Halo 3, what a brilliant layout, right? I can instantly check, when you'd lock into your matchmaking game, there you go, Narrows are there. You got Narrows, Team BRs, okay, Vito's right there. And then I got all my, let's say Team Slayer, all my 8 players there, right? Well, my 7 other players, right? So I click on the name, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper. That's what I do. because that flicks instantly, and I can see all the highest skill levels. Now I know it's not a good thing to judge people by their skill levels, but I didn't judge them by that. You see, remember boosting? Yeah, that was pretty crazy. People complain about boosting. I didn't see the problem. When I saw a boost, if you use a recruit 50, like I just knew that I had to step up my game. Like especially in team doubles, if you saw like a 47 lieutenant and then you saw either 50 recruit, you just knew that it was going to be a good game because you know that guy was obviously carrying his teammate or something like that. But what I'm trying to say about the layout, I always go off on tangents, I'm sorry, was that it was so fast you could do things. But on Halo 4, they had these player cards, and you could only read it from side, if you wanted to see the game tag, you had to kind of fucking tilt your head and shit. It was just it's just the most awful layout I could possibly think of, especially for like custom games. Like it took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to change color on a team and stuff, and yeah, it didn't. I still don't know to this day how you check properly your rank and stuff. I think it's online, but even so, I just wish it wasn't like that, and you could just see how many games you played straight away. How many social matches you played, and then how much XP you have, blah blah blah. Easy, yeah. That is a really important fact to me. I just put on that you need to get that layout right because it will help the game so much. You can do other things with that as well, like add in menus. Don't know which point to go on to first. I think I'll go on to this point. All right. Now, I was saying that Halo 3 was very slow if you compare it. If you compare it to Halo 2. If you never played Halo 2, it's not going to seem like anything, right? But when you compare the two, this is one of the most important things I was thinking about the other day, and I never realized it. How much of a difference speed makes on a game, okay? Now, I'll throw an example at you. Let's say we're playing, fuck it. Let's say we're playing. Let's imagine Halo 2 had the pit, okay? Now, Halo 3 on the pit. Let's just say you were going for an overkill extermination, okay? And you just got the triple kill, alright? Took a while to get that triple kill in comparison, because in Halo 3, in Halo 2, you could do things quicker. You had a faster BR, and not only did you have a faster BR, you had faster movement. Now it's only logical to think, if you can do things faster, you should be able to get an overkill extermination faster. So, in my mind, this is how things work in my mind. If the other team is not taking advantage of how fast you can move, okay, this is just for how fast they can move. If I'm taking advantage of that, and I'm moving fast, I'm being aggressive, and with my fast shot BR, I can get an extermination quicker than I can on Halo 3. So the conclusion of what I'm actually saying is Halo 3 limited how fast you could do things because of the speed that was taken away. Okay? I hope that makes sense because I think it's very important. Okay? That's what separated people, in my opinion. I remember beasts like Naded. People feared Naded in Halo 2 because he was a very fast and aggressive player, you know? And then people still feared him in Halo 3, but not as much, I feel, because he wasn't as fast, but that wasn't his fault because the game was slower. It felt like you were walking through water or something. That's one of the most important points. The next thing I wanted to go into was not only do you need to fix the ranking system and make it like Halo 2 and Halo 3's, because in my opinion, even though that there was cheating and stuff, I always came back to the game, alright? No matter what. And if you'd rather have a game like Halo 4 and that ranking system than having cheaters and boosters, that honestly didn't even bother me that much. I don't see why it bothered so many people. Because you didn't run into them 100% of the time. You really didn't. You need you need a clan system. I'm telling you. Remember Halo 2, the clans? Ugh. I hope this is still recording. Remember Halo 2, the clan system? Right? I say improve on that, okay? Now, you could have tournaments, okay? 3 for 3, you could set out tournaments. You could say, okay, right, so let's say it's December, okay? You say, next clan, 2v2 clan system tournament is on January 15th. Get your practice in, and you can just, I don't know whether you could, I wouldn't mind doing it online, but if you could make set menus through the in-game system of just signing up, and then you know, just practicing, and just have, like, I don't know, just a crazy tournament. I don't know how you'd go into it, all the fixtures, all the timetables and stuff, but I think it is doable. I think you could do it, and stuff like that, you know, just to give you a break from either matchmaking and just give you some kind of like incentive to play. I always thought clan systems were amazing. They don't just have to be 2v2, they can be big clans. And I remember, you know, getting promoted in clans. How cool was that? You know, Overlord, etc. Just awesome. You know, and you could have huge clans, you could have small clans, very, you know, I can't even go into it. It's quite self-explanatory to how good and the possibilities of that. You know, just a really cool feature that I think needs to be brought back, but really improved on. Because I know you couldn't do that much with the Halo 2 clan system. It was just like, you're in a clan, and then you'd set up your own custom game. But imagine if you could do it like this. There'd be no need for game battles for Halo 5. You have a set time where all your team needs to be in, and it locks you in as soon as both clans meet in the custom game. Locks you in, and there's no way of cheating, because, well, maybe if you can get on top of the map, but let's just say no one does that kind of cheating. No one can lie about the score because it's in-game and it's just happened, and it just locks in the game straight away. Great. Like, what more could you want? And then you get maybe a 1 to 50 ranking system on your clan. Now that would be freaking amazing. So you'd have two kind of like things like that with a 1 to 50. It's just the possibilities, man, in my head. What else? God. I think the Halo 2 BR was the best. If we're talking between Halo 3 and Halo 2, I think the battle rifle again would be just phenomenal. Small things like improving on the sound. No one wants that, like, Star Wars sounding like Halo 4 BR. Hit registration for online. We need that. Like, the coding needs to be on point. Again, I thought Halo 4's shooting online was pretty good. I never actually realized it in my head how bad Halo 3 was online. It just never occurred to me, like, when I was like 4-shotting someone, he would just kill me faster than me. Like, it never actually occurred to me that that was lag. Don't know why when I'm thinking about it now. And I always like doubted myself. I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? But yeah, I think that Halo 5 needs the most important things are the layout, the speed of your player, and the speed of the battle rifle. I think that the ranking system is quite possibly the most important thing to give you an incentive to come back and play. But things like the clan system and these add-on features are just even more of an incentive to come back. And why not add these things, especially if you go into next gen and you're competing with all these other games? This will give you a competitive edge. Now, I'm not going all business-like on you, but it's quite self-explanatory to think that if you have games like Destiny, these big competition kind of games, that you want to show them up and be like, oh, this is something that we have and you don't. And it's a fantastic thing to think about, because considering how old Halo 2 was, and they actually thought of putting something like a clan system in there, it's just amazing. For the fact that it was one of the first online games for a console, I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, very, very important. Another thing, maps. Maps. Now, maps are a hard thing because it's just creative artwork. No one can say that you're going to ever create a good map again because you don't know for sure if it will be. But I remember when Halo 2 went offline, they counted what was the most custom map played, and that was Lockout. No surprise there, right? What a freaking amazing map Lockout is. I could play 1v1s with Nitro and XBC all day on Lockout because they're just so fun. What I'm trying to say with that is that if I just think there's no reason not to bring these maps back. Lockout, Pit, Narrows, Ivory Tower, Sanctuary. What a Sanctuary flag is one of the best game types and maps. Some of the most amazing series you can have on Sanctuary. And I just wish Sanctuary was in Halo 3 as well, because that would have been amazing. But yeah, these maps, you know, Heretic, Midship, just these maps made games. I remember watching Carbon and Final Boss in Championship games on Midship, and they were the most intense games. And why were they not only intense, why were they intense? Because they were fast-paced Midship games. Now, let's do it this way. If you compare Halo 2 Midship Slayer to a Halo 3 Midship Slayer, they're both fast. They're both fast, but which one is faster? It's Halo 2. It's always going to be Halo 2 because you can do things quicker. And whoever can do things quicker in their mind and adapt to these things is going to probably be the better player. That's my theory on it. And yeah, these maps made Halo. They honestly did. And I don't know. I don't know if I didn't enjoy the Halo 4 maps as much as I did just because of the core game engine and how you'd move and all this stuff. But even so, I never particularly liked Haven. But then again, I didn't like Sprint, and they said that Sprint worked with Haven. But I'll never ever want Sprint in Halo. That's just my opinion on it. But I think I've gone into some of the core things that really need to be fixed. Another thing. This is something that Reach had that no other game had. Is being able to search for people with mics. Now, me personally, I didn't have my friends in real life. They wouldn't really play Halo. Only one of them did, and he was pretty good. But they'd play FIFA or COD or something like that, you know. And if I most of the time I found myself searching on my own, unless that some of my online Halo friends were online. But if they weren't, I was going into games with people without mics, and it really pissed me off because if I was calling out or something and I wanted to get my 50 and I lost the game because of stupid things like communication, really simple things to fix, you know, it was just frustrating. And Reach had something where you could search for people with mics. Great option. Why not do loads of options like that? I can't think of some on the spot, but if you can make search engines that can cater to your specific needs, why not keep that in the game? Why take it out in Halo 4 if you had it in Reach? Who knows? It's crazy, but yeah. I think I've said the most important things. Anything else? No, I honestly think those points are the most important. Yeah, just definitely keep that layout. Go back to that layout. All those things I've said. Honestly, those would make the ideal Halo game for me. Keep the old ranking system. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know how long it went on for. Fuck, we're hitting 20 minutes. God, I don't have gameplay. That's the only thing. Is when I don't have gameplay because of my PVR, I have to go into like old recorded shit, and it's not very fun to watch. You probably didn't enjoy the Ivory Tower game I posted last time, but yeah, if people can kind of like step up and kind of do the same thing of trying to reinforce these ideas, we can only. Oh my god, my computer's so retarded. We can only have more of a chance of getting the Halo game that we wanted, rather than like what I was doing, just not posting and stuff. But yeah, I just hope we get the game we want. Because I'm looking at comments on YouTube of people just saying that they want Halo 2 remade and Halo 3 remade. But personally, I think if you combine features from both of those games, we will find the most amazing game. Okay, even bring in things from Reach, like I said, with the search engine. There's probably even things from Halo 4 that you'd work. I know people hated the bolt shot, but as Ninja said, I thought, you know, given the right game, I think it's a pretty cool weapon to use. It's not just like a mauler where you just click it and a mauler beat down. Like, you actually have to take time and, you know, take a few seconds to charge it up and stuff like that. And I think there's stuff from all of the games that could be put into a good game. As I said, even if Halo 4, Halo Reach had the ranking system like Halo 3 and Halo 2's, I probably still would have played it. So that is probably the most important factor, is the ranking system to get right. But if you can get the other things good as well, you're going to have people playing your game, I guarantee you. People will not be playing, well, people probably will be playing Destiny and all that, but I honestly think when they find out Halo's what it is again, you're really gonna have everyone's gonna be playing that game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry I rant on for so long about things. Fuck, 22 minutes. Anyway, take it easy. Have a good day, and let me know what you think. If you could like the video, maybe share it about. I'd appreciate that. But definitely give me some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know some of your ideas. Yeah, take it easy. Peace.
5 people remaining. Game over.